We as Pisceans, like, we know and we feel things, and we just assume other people do. But that's the Aquarian age is unlocking that for more people, okay? All right, trust and faith. This is big for the end of the month, so please pay attention. The question that you're asking today is connected to the levels of trust and faith that you have. These two qualities affect the amount of fulfillment, peace, and joy you experience. If you find that you don't trust yourself, others, or even life itself, the reason may be rooted in prior lifetimes. This card may also indicate a past lifetime where you were betrayed by a specific person who is in this current lifetime. What you can change. Hi Pisces, welcome to your Modern Maven Tarot Extended Monthly Tarot for April 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to go over a little bit of the astrology, not too much though, because there is a lot happening in April. But before I get to that, just some quick notes while I was clearing your cards. A lot connected to your inner child and some beliefs, routines, habits, something that a big one too, that we are letting go of, all right? I think there's a lot related to the epiphanies that are coming through, especially once we get closer to that new moon solar eclipse on the 8th. But I'm just getting this sense of a lot of, it's funny too, because I think pretty much every water sign got this message of doing the little Nikki, where if this toxic energy comes at you, you just, before it can even attach to you, you push your water back, but with love, okay? We don't show that shadow side. We don't show our shadow that needs to defend itself, because remember, water is the most powerful element, okay? And so how we choose to express our power is really important at this time, especially with the beginning of the month. We have April 1st, Mercury going retrograde in Aries, okay? This is a big one. Aries is where Mars is at home, okay? Mars is ruled by Aries, how we assert ourselves. That's supposed to be bold, confident energy, but it can be very impulsive, reactionary energy as well, that we need to make sure that we slow down, okay? So remember, this Mercury retrograde, communication breakdowns, technology, travel, disruptions, whatever this is, we want to be mindful of not having reactionary behavior. Now, for me, for instance, I have Mars in Aries, okay? And then it's funny too, because I just made this realization. I have Venus in Taurus, and those are both the home signs of those energies. And so why it's so important to do shadow work, because we allow ourselves to take that step back. And it's not saying every time you're going to respond or react the way you want to, but when it comes to identifying and understanding these energies, when we know that there's a Mercury retrograde, it not only helps us in relation to how we respond and react, but giving that mindfulness to other people who may respond or react in a certain way, okay? And so instead of judging them for it, we want to understand the energy for what it is without attaching ourselves to their energy, okay? Big lesson for water signs. We absorb everybody's energy. It's very important that we have those energetic boundaries of distinction of this is not mine and I will not accept that. And so when it comes to this retrograde, I'm giving the example of you have a flight, you have to get somewhere at a certain time and there's a delay. And you are so angry, you go and you take it out at the front desk person, even though there's literally nothing they can do for you, right? Everybody else is in the same boat as you, but there's this, this is affecting me type of energy. So there's just something here I really want you to be mindful of in relation to that, okay? April 8th. Oh, also too, you can skip ahead if you want. I'm going to put a timestamp of when the actual tarot spread starts. And I'm also going to link all of these dates, okay? There's a ton more that I'm not going to go through right now with the astrology. So check out the link that is in the description of this video, because I want you to mark your calendar with specific ones, because this is not only personally a pivotal month, but for the collective. This is the tide turning, okay? The buildup, and now the shift, okay? And that shift, if we're not prepared for it, can be a little overwhelming. All right, especially too with the solar flares that are happening. Okay, so April 8th, new moon, solar eclipse. in Aries. Oh yeah, you're ready to charge forward. So this is what I love to see is, so this energy is giving us the change that we need in our lives, and it's the change for the better, all right? So there's shakeups that may happen, and we have to just stay laser focused on heading into that Aquarian age. The light and the shadow working together, okay? And I get this, like this is the light and the shadow and the night. Oh, you got that too with loyalty. That is a sign for us, right? Is loyalty. There's light attributes and shadow attributes to that aspect of loyalty, okay? Like we have to be loyal to ourselves just as much as we have to be loyal to other people. But look at this horse energy. There's a lot here with moving forward, and I'm getting this is all within, all right? There's a lot that you're unlocking when it comes to that. And then the other thing that is so cool about this eclipse is not only is it leading us to these powerful breakthroughs and also intense healing, but we're going to have epiphanies. So for us Pisces, I really think that these epiphanies related to healing are all connected to our inner child, okay? There's something within us that's a light bulb moment of repeating situations, relationships, behaviors, that is a lesson from Saturn and Pisces. This is ruled by Saturn and Pisces, that we are emerging from the depths of the water. Like this is from the depths of our subconscious that we have an aha moment, okay? And again, it's related to personal power and how we express that with confidence without our shadow feeling attacked, if you will, okay? So let's see here. What else we got that's a big one? For Pisces specifically. Oh, speaking of Saturn and Pisces, April 10th, Mars and Pisces conjunct Saturn and Pisces. So this is giving us that extra courage to go after what we want. If there's been something that we have been holding back from pursuing out of fear, this is where we just like, I'm getting the judgment card, you know, liberating yourself, arms wide open, sing Creed if you want. But there's something here about this idea of like, what would you do if you knew you could not fail? That's the impulsive energy in a positive direction of that energy I want you to have, of you assert yourself, you put your dreams out there, okay? You don't let your blocks, your fears, your limitations hold you back from putting yourself out there, whether this is relationship, career, and then again too, regardless of the outcome, because if you have faith that no matter if that outcome is what you perceived, that it is taking you in that direction. This is that, you know, having faith in the universe. So April 20th, another big one. Oh, actually, hold on. April 19th. So April 19th is when Taurus season begins, but it's also Mars and Pisces sextile Uranus and Taurus. And so this is where I really want you to put yourself out there, like, again, you know what I mean? Like, this is where I want you to dream. I want you to unplug as much as you can from the collective energy that is the chaos that is coming at the end of the month as well. But believe in dreams, believe in miracles, connect to the deepest part of your Pisces self, okay? Because the following day, April 20th, this to me is the biggest as far as like, all those intentions you've been writing, everything that you've, you know, been working on manifesting, visualizing. Jupiter and Taurus conjunct Uranus and Taurus. So this rare aspect only happens every 12 years. This is amazing. So the tarot hasn't really been popping out for a lot of people, but it is for you. It only happens every 12 years. And again, it's that burst of excitement of these bold changes are coming into your life. This is I can't believe the tarot did this for me. This is the perfect card for this. This is the card of saying your ships are coming in. This is the epitome of what this energy is bringing on April 20th, okay? So these bold changes are coming into your life to open up opportunities, big new opportunities. Like, this is magical. I can't believe it. This is actually happening. You might have your focus on here, and then there's something from the past where it's like, whoa, like all of a sudden it manifested years later, okay? Because also too, going back to your Saturn and Pisces direct lesson since it went direct on November 4th, the power of patience, okay? The power of patience. This is a card that really asks you to contemplate. This is ruled by Saturn and Taurus. The power of patience is so important for water signs. And this is that energy of like learning the lessons of patience. And then all of a sudden it comes from behind. You don't even realize it. Okay. Cause like you've been so focused on stuff, keeping your vibration high. You look back and it's like, oh my God, that much time passed and I'm ready to reap my rewards. Amazing. Love, 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 love Pisces. Okay, another big one, especially for water signs, April 23rd, full moon in Scorpio. Very intense full moon, all right? And it's encouraging us to take back our power and remove ourselves from people and situations that are holding us back, okay? This is a big one because remember, this is also internal work. We don't want to project too much about other people. And the best way to utilize this, especially because of Scorpio being so connected to the depths of your subconscious, the shadow side, I really want you to try and highlight that day on your calendar to do some shadow work, okay? Very, very powerful day to do shadow work. Another one that, oh, and then finally Mercury goes direct on April 25th. So like we can all celebrate then, right? It's a big one, okay? But, and then that's too, like with these power, like these things of like people clearing, like we got to remember like Mercury is retrograde during this whole time. So we have to be very mindful of, we want to look that way towards abundance. We don't want to be focused on the tower energy. Obviously be attached to lightning bolt the change, but the way to do that is to really hold on to that divine Venus energy, divine feminine Venus energy. That is the Empress, okay? All right, but April 28th, Mars in Pisces conjunct Neptune in Pisces. This to you, you know, people like shame us for being dreamers and like that's not that, you know, that's just the stuff of dreams and fairy tales. And this is the day where I want you to put those rose-colored glasses on. I want you to create, to love, okay? Like there's so much love, the amount of love that outpours from Pisces energy. Because remember, we are connected to all 12 signs. So we can touch all 12 signs with our love in different aspects, okay? And so whatever it is in the collective that needs to feel that love, like put it out there, okay? And not in a sense of draining your energy, but just having the power and ability to know, like, you know, standing in nature and just spreading love, okay? We need love right now. And that is the best day to do it because we are dreamers. And it's also the best day, again, to really, yes, to really focus on the liberation that's coming, not only for you, but for the collective. But this, Mars and Pisces, okay? This is ruled by Mars and Pisces. This is so big because this is saying there's a major thing coming through with Pluto and Aquarius, that transformation, that power, right? Answering the wake-up call and just getting everything you've ever wanted, all right? That is the energy of April 28th. So what we want to be very mindful of, though, April 30th, this is the big one, especially for the collective, okay? We have Mars entering Pisces, and we also have Venus and Taurus squaring Pluto and Aquarius, okay? So this is like two rams, you know, ramming their heads against each other. If our shadow energy is exerted personally and collectively. This is the power of that Capricorn shadow paradigm, not wanting to lose control, and the divine feminine coming in and being like, it's time, you know, like the switchover of power. Like I'm getting royalty, like look at the royal kingdom, my goodness, not getting into that, but try not to look at it too much though, okay? Because the more we focus on that Capricorn paradigm shadow, the more we're giving it power. Even if we're watching its destruction and demise, you're still fueling its energy. So please be mindful to limit your intake of all that chaos. But changing of the guard, that's what I'm trying to say. Like there's this idea of like, okay, like this paradigm's power is over and now it's time to give power to the next leader. But that old leader is saying, no, it's mine. I mean, we can see this everywhere, right? There's this cry from the collective of a new leadership, a new way of power, a new way of leading, right? And the old powers are like, it's mine, and they don't want to let go. Okay, so instead of fighting back that power with more of that energy, that's where we all shift our perspective collectively to that new paradigm. Okay, you can't even give them your energy. That energy is dying, and we are allowing ourselves to liberate into the Aquarian age. Okay, so please, again, like there's a highlight of power struggles. So you're probably going to see this in your personal life too. So you just have to be very mindful of like, this is part of the process. How can I choose love? How can I express love in a way that doesn't allow that negative energy? Well, Pisces, clearly it is the day before Mercury retrograde, because I was halfway through your reading when I noticed that my camera was not recording. So instead of redoing the reading, I am just going to go over this in detail, and because it was too important, I'm not going to redo the reading. That's the message I got. So I will be noticing, though, I'm going to be taking a peek at this camera from time to time to make sure it does not stop recording, because I was already to your past life energy. So overall energy for the month of April 2024, Ace of Cups. I want you to prioritize your emotional well-being. This is making sure that your emotional personal well-being is your top priority. Okay, this is a fresh start energetically, and so remember, this is the overall energy. So everything that's going on is to welcome in an emotional fresh start. Okay, this is the things that you're receiving that are giving you that fulfillment. But remember, it comes from within first. So if you're getting pulled in a lot of different directions, it's time to focus into your internal world and make yourself a top priority. It's also this idea of, like, let's say you have a few extra hours at the end of the day, and you just like do doom scrolling. Instead, do some self-care. Work on that shadow work journal, right? Like, there's just things here that I want you to make sure that this is your top priority, as yourself, okay? What you need more of, Six of Coins. This is ruled by Moon and Taurus. This is contemplating your relationship with money. So remember, your relationship with money is a reflection of your relationship with yourself and your relationship with others. But most specifically, I feel like this is related to your relationship with yourself, okay? And that confidence that comes from within. So you might need to, this month, you harness that polar natal energy of Virgo and really focus on getting your relationship with money, like getting that balance, okay? This is also karmic rewards. So remember, like, the more we're going to notice that we put ourselves first, the more that these rewards come to us, okay? All right, the Hermit in the area of what we have the right amount of. So this I love, because again, this is your polar natal energy. This is shadow energy that we need to embrace. Discipline, structure, right? We want to be laser focused on our internal world. We want to go to the depths of our subconscious, and these epiphanies, like I said, that are coming in, I think are going to be related very much to that polar energy. Okay, so this is like, the workout routine, the healthy diet, the drinking plenty of water, waking up at the same time every day, going to bed with a very, strict routine, not allowing media, be an hour before bed. That's where I really want you, and getting out into nature. If you can get near some mountains and water, amazing. Okay, but I just want you to remember that inner light comes from within. Do not give that power and energy to outside influences this month, okay? I find this fascinating. The strength card's in the area of what you need less of. So this is interesting because, again, you have the right amount of the Hermit energy. So don't overdo it. Remember, all of that Piscean energy that is in April is dream big. Put yourself out there. Allow that energy and creativity to flow, okay? Because this is also a card of self-discipline. And so more of that Virgo energy isn't on the self-discipline, is on just the embracing that polar energy, especially when it comes to your finances, okay? But this is where, like, I feel like we're not being bold enough, in a sense of, like, that Piscean, gentle, timid, like there's a bold aspect to that, okay? And that creativity needs to shine. We don't want to be reserved, is really what I'm getting when it comes to expressing ourselves at our highest level. All right. Seven of Swords in the area of what you can change. So this is ruled by Moon in Aquarius, but it is Mercury. And so really what I'm getting is when we feel betrayed and we feel like there's chaos and backhandedness, in the Aquarian age, like we just need to identify that this archetypal energy is just a part of life, but how we respond and how we let it attach to us is the big lesson. We can change how we respond to this, okay? And again, it's that identity of like, this is not mine. This emotional fresh start comes from very big boundaries that we need. Oh yeah, I guess that this didn't show up, but there's something really related to this power that's coming in. Like all of this is transforming you to step into your power. And so I want you just to be mindful of how we perceive this energy and how we allow it to stick to us, okay? All right, what you need to accept, nothing ventured, nothing gained, okay? This is big, bold power. This is what I said, like, you need to accept that you have to put yourself out there, and you have to put yourself out there with confidence, and you have to put yourself out there with the belief in yourself and your creativity. End of the month, Nine of Swords. Okay, and this makes sense too once we get to the past life cards, and I'm so disappointed that this Mercury retrograde is messing with me because the reveal was so funny. So I'm going to try and repeat it as much as I can, but the Nine of Swords is fearing the unknown. So this is what I'm getting here, is we're putting ourselves first. We're seeing the shifts, we're getting all our ducks in a row. We're utilizing that energy of that bold confidence, putting ourselves out there, expressing ourselves, and then we're not getting the result that we expected, okay? And then that is causing us to be like, oh my gosh, like, should I have done that? Why? This must not be the right thing. It's not working, blah, 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 blah. All of like your shadow, scared, right? Shame, embarrassment, like all of those shadow energies of doubting yourself. And remember, April is the tower. May is the star, okay? So this is a big shadow energy for you of, it doesn't matter how other people react or respond. What matters is how you feel about it. And that's the big lesson for us Pisces. It's not other people's energy. What matters is how we feel about what we're doing. Okay? So again, this is what's interesting too is the Nine of Swords is ruled by Mars and Gemini. And so it's a big lesson on how we assert ourselves and the internal reactionary energy we have. So when those fears come in, we have to let our shadow know, hey, it doesn't matter. What matters is how we feel, and we feel good, okay? All right, and so why I was laughing, and I'm so mad, is when I pulled your past life energy, you got trust and faith. And it was so perfect after I started talking about the Nine of Swords. And you also got Atlantis energy. So we're going to do the Atlantis energy first, and then we're going to get to this trust and faith, because this is, again, like I said, the breakthroughs, the epiphanies. It all comes from there, okay? So your lifetime in ancient Atlantis is affecting your current situation. You have soul memories of this idyllic civilization that offered every imaginable wonder. There's a longing for the utopia that you unconsciously remember and which you know is possible in this world. Your soul also remembers the tragic ending of Atlantis, and you may have developed phobias about the ocean as a result. Although you love the sea, perhaps you prefer not to go swimming or sailing. And I can speak to that. You can recall how the majority of Atlanteans were peaceful, loving, with the exception of a few political leaders who misused crystal power to the detriment of all. So you may be extra sensitive to issues relating to political corruption in this lifetime, okay? So again, like, why it's so important to focus on yourself, your internal world, and feeling good, because like this is a repeat of that same type of energy that I was talking about. And I hope that I don't even know if that's in here now. But in relation to the power that's holding on at the end of the month, I hope I got that. Mars and Venus energy. Okay, whatever. If I didn't get it, I'll put it in the comments. So look at this too. I think that we're unlocking some major powerful epiphanies when it comes to that. And again, the dreaming, like people like, oh, Atlantis wasn't real. Like, what, you're crazy? You really believe that? That's the kind of Pisces energy of like, I know that there's things to unlock. And guess what? It's like there's different dimensions, okay? We as Pisceans, like we know and we feel things and we just assume other people do. But that's the Aquarian age is unlocking that for more people, okay? All right, trust and faith. This is big for the end of the month, so please pay attention. The question that you're asking today is connected to the levels of trust and faith that you have. These two qualities affect the amount of fulfillment, peace, and joy you experience. If you find that you don't trust yourself, others, or even life itself, the reason may be rooted in prior lifetimes. This card may also indicate a past lifetime where you were betrayed by a specific person who is in this current lifetime. What you can change. Oh, this is big. All right. This is also true with respect to the amount of faith you have in the universe or in God. Look at the other cards that you drew surrounding this one for clues as to which lives you may have shattered or boosted your faith or trust, probably during the time of Atlantis. You drew this card as a sign to have faith and trust that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. While it's true that you learn from your past, it's also important to live in the moment without clouding it with past pain. And if your faith and trust issues are directed at certain individuals, listen to these feelings as they may be red flag warnings to heed and forgive someone for past life times, and also follow your inner guidance to avoid them if it is a warning that you just trust this person. Okay, so like your inner guide is telling you, listen to me, don't listen to other influences and energies, okay? Big. So yeah, this energy is probably related to that past life energy, all right? And if you've never watched Battlestar Galactica, like the newer version of it, the sci-fi channel version of it, please do. All of this has happened before and all of this will happen again. Have I learned the lessons from the past to not repeat? And remember, past lives don't have to be outside of this dimension. It can be identities of ourselves that we don't see anymore, okay? Relationships from the past where it was an old identity. Like we're adaptable, we change, okay? Like we know it's part of life to evolve, and that might be the reflection of this chaos and betrayal that we need to look back on. All right, empowering question for Pisces for April 2024. I love it though. The fact that your overall energy is the Ace of Cups and putting yourself first, that's such an amazing energy. Oh, I love this. How do I show love to myself and to others? Okay. Because there might be shadow aspects of ourselves where we overgive. Okay. And then there's the light attributes. Like I said, the little Nikki and choosing love and seeing the power of our love. Our love is powerful. Okay. So now let's get some archetypal energy. This can be you or somebody in your life. We all play characters in each other's lives. The most important part, Pisces, is for you to be the hero of your own journey. Archetypal energy is affecting Pisces. Ooh. Excuse me. Okay. Gossip. Very connected to that Seven of Swords. Gosh, everybody keeps getting dilettante and mentor. So people are clearly playing a big part in your life this month. So let's go with this one first. Light attributes. Delights in the arts without having to be a professional. Alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. Shadow attribute. Pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. This is where, like I said, you want to just put it out there and focus on the feeling of your creative aspect, like what you're doing creatively. Just like I said, if you always want to sing and like singing makes you feel good, you don't have to put the pressure on like making money out of it. It comes from the feeling first of feeling good, okay? All right, mentor, light attribute, passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. Shadow attributes, inability to allow the student to move on to the role of master, imparting false instruction. So here's again this identity of like, if you know, you are in a career and like you're meant to go to like the next stage or get a promotion or a raise, and like somebody is saying no, like that might be an influence, but it also could be you, all right? Of like, you're just meant to pass on knowledge and wisdom and not have the expectations in return. Gossip. Light attributes, awakens consideration for the feelings of others and honoring trust. So again, like, this is how I want you, this is perfect for this. The tarot is saying, hey, this is how we need to change this energy. Shadow attributes, thrives on the power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidences. So again, the light attributes, awakens consideration for the feelings of others and honoring trust. And I want to go back to that idea of like the FedEx driver. This probably didn't get in there too. There's this idea of like, sometimes we have a message to give and you're just meant, a psychic once told me this about myself, is sometimes you're just meant to deliver the package, and the FedEx driver doesn't wait for the person to get home to open it, see whether or not they like it. They just deliver the package and they move on. And so that's how you need to see when it comes to your energy with certain people, where you get shadow energy back, like projections. It's like, no, like, you're not even there to receive that energy. So there's here with boundaries and our response to this energy that we need to shift. And it all comes from just focusing on ourselves. Okay. All right, let's see. Dragon energy. You're the dragon, so let's see what dragon energy we got. Remember, you're the dragon. Pluto and Aquarius. All big, 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 big energy for us, okay? What dragon energy is going to help Pisces? April 2024. Ooh, a lot of people have been getting this. And you know why? I bet because the big energy this month is Aries energy and Pisces energy in the astrological transits, the big ones, the epiphanies, the dreams coming true. So fire and water dragon enables your life to flow with loving force. Prepare for change and move forward quickly. Expect the unexpected and have fun. Okay? Expect the unexpected and have fun. I hope this is raising your vibration up, because this is it. All right? Self-love is an important part of choosing love, okay? So let's see what crystal energy is going to help Pisces prepare for change and have fun. Okay, what energy is going to help Pisces prepare for change and have fun? Going back to that moon in Taurus too, because like the Six of Coins, you know, there's a book called It Works. It's in my link tree. It's $4. But the visualization and the writing down, like, I need you to visualize that this money is coming into your hand. Take your palm, close your eyes, and feel the weight of these coins going into your hand, okay? And then putting them in your, bank account and all that stuff. And remember, the more we focus on this, the more we're going to see the scales shift here too. All right, sulfur, physical radiance. I love this. This is the perfect card. They're like, yes. Okay, so if you can get a piece of sulfur and put it somewhere like near where you work, obviously out of reach of children and pets. But yeah, I just want you to feel that physical radiance. Also too, remember, the solar eclipse, like we have those solar flares. There's a lot of solar energy coming into us, and it's going to activate a lot. All right. Vitality, like I said, epiphanies, like all sorts of wonderful radiant energy. Okay, we are going to do a clarifier, and then we're going to close this out. Thank you again for joining me, Pisces. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share with somebody that you think this might resonate with. Thank you to all my subscribers. And let's see a clarifier for Pisces for April 2024. That was quick. And I love that it fell over here. What do we got? Oh, yes. King of Pentacles. I just got every little thing is going to be all right. So seeing this, the Nine of Swords, okay? That worry, patience, okay? The King of Coins is a reminder of delayed gratification pays off. Success, loyalty. This is where you're heading, okay? So get your head out of this and look at, yeah, I got it all. And what I love to hear is, so this is ruled by Aries and Taurus, all right? And both energies like here. So remember, all of the Aries energy. April is Aries and Taurus, all right? All of that energy of the breakthroughs and everything is coming. Every little thing is going to be all right. That is going to be the message for you. When you get this, You don't when you're on this throne, you don't respond to that. It's beneath you. Okay? And not in a sense of your ego going, "Pfft," but in a sense of that's not my energy, because this is my energy. This isn't mine. This is somebody else's. Also, this looks like Archie. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Again, if you did, please hit the like button. And as always, Pisces, shine your inner light. You've got this.